Hello my dear ones, today I'm taking you to Koprivshtitsa. This is a museum town situated about 107 kilometers away from Sofia. And what is so special about Koprivshtitsa is the architecture built in the style of the Bulgarian national revival. There are many writers, authors and revolutionaries that come from Koprivshtitsa, so this is also a historical place. There are a lot of museums that you can visit over here, but I'm also coming to check out the Saint Theodor's festival. This is actually a Christian holiday linked to the Easter holiday. That's why every year it's celebrated on a different date. It is associated with horses. So normally the men in the morning decorate the horses, they take them for water, and the women prepare some traditional dishes like yeast bread, lentils, red peppers stuffed with beans, sour cabbage with rice and other delicious foods.
Saint Theodor is regarded as the patron saint of horsemen, a theme that is common in many cultures. In Bulgaria, the celebration of Saint Theodor's Day, often referred to as Horse Easter, is a time for community where everyone comes together to bless the horses, enjoy traditional meals, and participate in lively races. The main highlight of Saint Theodor's Day is the horse race. The top 3 winners of the race usually receive prizes. In the past, these prizes were very simple, like a shirt or a towel for the rider and leather reins for the horse. Nowadays, the prize for the first place winner is cash, and the amount varies depending on the size of the town or village. In Koprivshtitsa, we saw a race with only 4 participants, so it wasn't very exciting. The winner received 500 Bulgarian levs, the equivalent of 250 euros. The participants had to race around 6 laps before the winner was announced. There was also a competition to test the strength of the horses, which lasted all day. The horses had to pull heavy loads, but I wasn't really into that part, so I decided to go and explore the local architecture and museums. Koprivshtitsa was founded around the 14th century during the time of the Second Bulgarian Empire. The name originates from the Bulgarian word Kopriva, which means nettle. This charming town feels like an open-air museum, showcasing beautiful houses from the Bulgarian revival period. It has a rich history filled with writers and revolutionaries who once lived here. I'm going to show you a few landmarks, starting with the bridge of the first rifle, and we will also visit the church and some of the house museums. Here stands the bridge of the first rifle, built in 1813 and historically significant for its connection to an important moment in Bulgarian history, the April Uprising against Ottoman oppression. Although the uprising ultimately failed, this event marked a peak in the Bulgarian national liberation movement, symbolizing the nation's struggle for freedom. To clarify the history, the April Uprising happened in 1876, 2 years before the actual liberation. The exhibits inside the house replicate the interior of an affluent home from Koprivshtitsa during the mid-19th century. Here, visitors can discover the kitchen, the living room, and a guest room especially designed for male gatherings.
This was like the living room.
Next, we are going to explore Luben Karavelov's house, a museum dedicated to the life and work of the prominent Bulgarian writer and revolutionary.
This is the winter house built in 1810.
Among the exhibits, the most significant is the printing press that Luben Karavelov brought from the Serbian State Printing House in 1871. This press was not only used for printing revolutionary newspapers authored by Karavelov and Hristo Botev, but it also played a vital role in printing the first Bulgarian constitution, known as the Trnovo Constitution, after the liberation from the Turkish rule. Here we have a monument commemorating Luben Karavelov, accompanied by a pear tree that he planted himself. Visitors can explore the well-preserved interior of a typical 19th century home, including a study filled with artifacts related to Karavelov's literary contributions, a living area that illustrates daily life of the era, and a charming garden where guests can relax and reflect on the rich history surrounding this significant figure in Bulgarian literature and national identity. Now we are heading towards the house of Theodor Kableshkov. His house is admired for its symmetrical design and elegant shape. Theodor Kableshkov was the chairman of the secret revolutionary committee of Koprivshtitsa. He is the one who declared the start of the April Uprising. Tragically, after the defeat, Kableshkov was captured near the village of Chiflik and took his own life.
The street nearby me is called Theodor Kableshkov. There is a nice house here. think this church is called. Let's have a look. Yeah, this is the Assumption of Virgin Mary.
Almost all the historical landmarks in Koprivshtitsa are connected to the April Uprising, and the church is one of them since it rang its bells to mark the start of the event. Another architectural gem is the house of Nencho Oslekov. He contributed by tailoring clothes for the rebels in his woolen workshop. The last house I want to show you, at least from the outside, is that of the Bulgarian poet Dimchu Debelyanov. The sculpture in the garden is called The Mother, created by Ivan Lazarov in 1934. This piece is a replica of Debelyanov's tombstone in the churchyard.